So we're going to take our 4-in-1 screwdriver, set it to the right bit, take out the Phillips head screwdrivers in the armrest, just like that. Then simply take this and slide it back. That easy. To get the window crank off, what I like to do is I take my knuckles, I place it behind the window crank itself, I take my thumb, place it above it, and then I push the door panel back. And that gives me this little gap right here where I take my pick, I slide it down, I rotate it upwards to grab the clip, I let go, and then I pull this up, and that should release the clip. It doesn't work every time, but with persistence, you should be able to get it. Just like that. So fortunately for me, the door panel is still in good shape, and the previous owner has already broken all of the door panel clips. So taking this off should be very simple. Take this and pry it outwards so it doesn't catch on anything in the door, and then just rotate until it pops up. Just like that. So this is the moisture barrier on the door, and this one is 30 years old. It doesn't seal anymore. It's rotten, and this door really needs a new one. So I'm gonna make one off camera, just like. Whoa! Did it get dark? Weird. Anyway, so here's a moisture barrier I made. I actually made this from a shower curtain. It cost me about $4. I was able to do both doors with it, and it is mold and mildew resistant, so this should last, well, at least a couple of years. Then begin removing all of the old door panel clips. So, take your window crank, place it on the door, now with the door panel removed, and slide the window down to a point where you can get to the 10mm fasteners. So now with the fasteners removed, we should be able to hold the window, roll the regulator down, rotate the window forwards, and slide the glass right out without damaging it. So, in order to remove the old run channel from the door, there's 3 screws that need to be removed. I've removed the sides of the run channel so you can get a little better view in there. Let's take off that screw right there. And 9 times out of 10, these screws fall to the bottom of the door. But that's okay because they're not that hard to get up. Just like that. They're not that hard to pick up, especially if you have a magnet. The other ones on the opposite side. One's going to be right here. And the other one's going to be right here. So just take those 3 screws out. Then, when you have all of those 3 screws removed, just take your nails, put it under the run channel, pull it down. Now don't pry these over, otherwise you'll bend the bracket that's in there. What's better is to, if you can, slide it upwards. just like that. What we're trying to protect from bending and damaging is this metal bracket inside the run channel. You don't want that getting damaged. As far as the little metal clips on the backside, be careful not to damage those too. You just lightly pull on the old run channel, it should let itself go. And you can clean that and save it for the next install. Just like that. As for the next step, now that we have our window tracks, see these little tabs on the back? This is what's gonna grip into the window run. So I take a little tool and I bend them perfectly flat. Here's the outside window track. We now know that since this has the 2 screws, it's going to go on this side. So we take the corner piece of the window track. We notice that the 2 holes that are cut in for this. So flip it over, flip it inside out, line this as squarely up as you can with the hole, and then gently I do mean gently press the tab through the rubber. And if it doesn't go, don't force it. If yours are extremely delicate, you need to pop pilot holes, that's totally okay. Then, once you have it, fold it back. And that should hold on for another 30 years. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this, slide it in, and begin to press. And then just repeat for the front. So now that we have the run channel back in place, all we got to do is fasten the 3 screws that we took out earlier. I've already started these by hand. Next, we're going to take our glass. So insert the glass, front first, put the corner and the front corner into the glass run, and carefully and slowly begin to rotate. Clip in. It should clip into place and it should not come back out. Good. The next step is going to be to lower the window till it's a workable point. Take the window cradle, put it back in place, crank the regulator until it comes close to lining up. This might take a little bit of finagling. And then make sure that everything works as it's supposed to. And then tighten. Don't over tighten it, just snug. And then ensure that it works. Do keep in mind, since we have fresh rubber in, it might be stiff. This will go away, it will break in, but for the first, say, couple of weeks, it might be harder than normal to roll up. This feels nice. Good. Now we take our homemade moisture barrier and stick it back up. It's not the most perfect solution, but in a pinch, especially with no OEM support or aftermarket support, it should get by just fine. We take our armrest bracket, thread that in. Okay. Now we are finally ready for the new door panel. These can be a little bit tricky. The trick to them is there's a little hook right here. That needs to sit into this groove right there. So what I like to do is I take the uppermost door panel retainer, I take that, put it in my pocket for later. I tilt it upwards, and I push this back until it slides in. Then once this is in, everything else. Just peel back the very top. Slide your very last door panel clip in. And pop it into place. Slide our door panel clips in. You don't seal very nicely now. Should give a much quieter ride and keep all the moisture out. GoPro, stop recording.